Okay, very good morning to you. It is Friday the 29th of October. Of course, we're going to talk about Facebook becoming Meta as Zuckerberg tries to push the idea of the Metaverse forward and a rebranding overhaul of the parent company. So we'll have a look at that. We'll also have a look at Apple, Amazon earnings. They came out after market yesterday and they were down 3.5% and 4% each respectively. So we'll have a look at why they reacted so negatively in the overnight session. And then we're going to talk about ECB sources following the hawkish moves that were seen in the euro yesterday, which appreciated quite sharply. A lot of the focus was on inflation, of course, and some of the rhetoric was deemed as her being, or the market perception, her being too timid on the pushback of more aggressive pricing of rate hikes in the European area. And then we're going to talk about Capitol Hill, updates on Biden's package, and then a few things on China from China Evergrande making a last minute payment again to kind of live another day for the time being, and then coal futures which continue to decline quite rapidly on more verbal intervention on behalf of China to ease some of those commodity price pressures at the moment. So that's what's on the agenda. Before I get stuck into Mark and his metaverse, let's just have a look at the general flavour of how markets are looking at the moment. We had a positive finish across Wall Street last night. The S&P was up 1%, the Dow 0.7, the Nasdaq an outperformer, albeit slightly at 1.4%. A bit of a drift lower though, as you can see in the Nasdaq future. After initially hitting those highs pretty much at the close, we then saw quite a rapid decline on the back of those tech giants coming out. Remember, Apple and Amazon are the second and third biggest companies in the S&P 500. The only company there behind, of course, is Microsoft. And so those two companies alone account for about 10% of the entire NASDAQ 100 index, and hence the reason why that stock index came off quite aggressively overnight session. The move obviously not quite as pronounced, but tracking in a similar fashion for the S&P, down 21 this morning, the DAX down about 94. Elsewhere, as far as the currency market is concerned, the dollar index this morning is up marginally around 0.14%. So cable's pretty flat, euro's underperforming, but I don't think that comes as much as a surprise given the sharp outperformance yesterday. The gain in the euro was more than in excess of 1%. And the previous 20-day daily range was more akin to a 0.2% move. So yesterday was a big move on the upside, so a little bit of a pullback from there wouldn't be too surprising. Gold, a little bit lower this morning, down $6, as too is the US 10-year down 5 ticks. And then oil is trading absolutely flat at the moment.